a couple points about Occupy, right? So the first one is to fill up space and time, right? So Startup Weekend got involved in this because somebody, the Kauffman Foundation, said, hey, what would it take? We have all these people out there in the consumer tech world, and what would it take for them to occupy their time with education problems? What if we took all these IQ points out there and said, what if we gave them some education problems to noodle on? What great things could come out of that? And so Startup Weekend was a natural entry point for that. So for those of you that don't know, Startup Weekend brings together designers, developers, entrepreneurs, and we create these project-based learning environments where you pitch an idea, you form a team, and you go off and you build that solution in a weekend, in 54 hours. And we bring all these different resources in to be able to help you be able to do that. But in a nutshell, we've done these events. We've done over 1,000 events. We're in 290 cities, building communities in over 90 countries. And so it was a natural place to say, where can we go and find the raw materials of these people who understand this consumer tech world, and how can we nudge them to occupy their time with some education ideas? And so we started doing that. We said, okay, let's just do an event, and we'll theme it in education, and it'll be great. And we'll create some education solutions, and everybody will be happy. And why that works is, well, I kind of told you a little bit already, that we practice this thing called bait and switch education. So from this standpoint, you guys all come with this passion, and you go through this design process. The entrepreneurs that I work with also come with a passion, but they don't want to go through the thinking process so much. They want to go and do the doing, right? And so what we do is we bring them in, and we tell them to go and do, right? We say, you can go be awesome, right? And they're like, I'm awesome, and I want to be awesomer. And all I need is somebody to recognize my awesomeness. And so we say, look, we've got co-founders, you've got designers, you've got developers, you've got coaches here, you've got venture, there's guys with millions of dollars ready to give them away coming on Sunday. Here it is, go be awesome. And we give them everything they need, and they go and they start doing. So that's the one caveat, is that you have to do it, right? In that weekend, no more excuses. And so when they start doing it, inevitably they stumble. They launch something and nobody buys it, and chirp and tweets and crickets. Or they can't design something and they don't know how to design it. And then all of a sudden, there's an opportunity there. There's a knowledge gap. There's a learning gap. Somewhere along the line, they run into what they didn't know. And all of a sudden, the event turns into education. And so we kind of sneak it in there on the slide there. And so the mentors and coaches come in, and they give you this awesome experience, and people leave there having gotten what they couldn't even articulate to us that they actually needed.